Hello. Hello.
You said you were going to do the intro.
I am.
I mean, is it too loud?
Way too loud.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Candid Athletic
I got
Training,
confused.
episode 223. We're into June, which is exciting. I'm very excited for June.
Heck yeah.
I'm very excited to be going to the convention and meeting new athletic trainers.
What?
It's going to be great. It's my favorite part is just meeting people. So, Kevin, how are you?
You know, I'm here and I'm ready for this podcast. And I'm ready for wonderful guests and to learn some stuff about some great people and some great new things coming around the pike. But yeah, I'm good. I'm ready.
So we're gonna start our show with our feature topic. We've got Dan and Sean on from Healthy Roster. They're waiting in the wings. It probably feels
deck.
a little bit like being in the NFL draft and you're like in the room, but you're not getting drafted yet. I'm sure that's how they feel.
Absolutely.
Like, who's gonna pick us?
Who was the quarterback at this year?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember that one guy's name.
Unfortunate.
It's all right.
You know what? I'm gonna start the show with an apology.
What?
I'm gonna apologize to my friend Kevin.
Me?
Happy belated birthday, Kevin.
Thanks,
I
buddy.
had an alarm. It went off on my phone. It said Kevin's birthday. I have it set every year. And I don't know what happened. I just never called you or texted you. So I missed your birthday this weekend and I'm sorry.
Hey,
I hope you had a great day.
I did. I saw Guardians. It was good.
Did you like it?
I liked it a lot.
We'll talk about it when we get into shenanigans.
Yeah. I mean,
So
we don't need to bore Dan from the Healthy Roster, folks.
I know. So let's just thank our official sponsor as we do every opening, the official sponsor of the Candid Athletic Training podcast, Healthy Roster. We're not going to talk too much about them right now because you're gonna hear from them in just a minute. So thank you to them. Obviously, none of this is possible without them. Also, thanks to Smart Tools, 10% off anything using the code what is the code for Smart Tools? Candid10.
Candid 10.
10% off anything, smarttoolsplus.com.
Guess who just got his BFR cuffs?
Ooh, Kevin just got
This guy.
Have you played with him yet?
No, they're charging in my office
awesome.
right now.
I'm actually excited to see him. We'll have Ed on and we'll talk
Yeah.
about that. Human Kinetics, anything is 20% off using the code CANDIDCEU. Thanks to Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. Discounts on professional liability insurance if you need it, if you are a member of the Candid Athletic Training podcast. And 30% off anything at R Bar Energy using the code CANDID BAR. Candid Bar. That is really funny to me. I don't know why.
Candid bar.
You know what? I'm gonna just do one more thing before we bring on our folks. We had somebody reach, and Kevin, you don't even know this. We had on social media here. I just want to read this, and then it's almost like a review, but it's not. So somebody reached out to us on Instagram and said, "Hey, Chad, Kevin, or whoever runs your social media, I am a senior athletic training student studying at Adrian College, Michigan, but I am an international student from New Zealand. I am currently the president of the AC Athletic Training Student Organization, and to be candid, I'm in a tad over my head. I have a lot of ideas for where I want ATSO and AT as a profession to go, but I lack knowledge that I think would be key to my success. I'm reaching out to you because I've been listening to your podcast for a while, and most of the things that I apply at clinicals, in the classroom, how I treat my athletes, comes from us.
Wow.
You make this insane world of AT digestible for someone who was not around it going through high school. In New Zealand, we don't have on-site athletic care in schools, and he would love to take a brief moment of our time to pick our brains." He sent another message asking if we were going to NATA. I said, yes, we are, and we're going to meet up with Sam, and he's going to just pick our brains for a minute. So
That's awesome.
So thanks to Sam
Thanks,
Williams. So kudos.
Thanks for listening.
And I told him, I said, you know what? That's why we do the show, because we love connecting with people. So thanks to Sam.
Thank you,
And
Sam.
we look
Can't
forward
wait
to
meet you.
next week. So
Yeah.
I want to know what the New Zealand sounds like.
Yeah.
So
Kevin Joyce said there sounds like there's a dog with a squeaky toy somewhere.
I don't know. That must be.
I don't think it's on our end.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Dan. Dan
What
is
are
jumping
these
up and down
sound
in his
effects
seat,
you all got
and
this
he's like,
week?
I really, really, really need to like get talking, and he's He's just so excited.
All right.
He's like a dog with a toy.
You know what? Let's do our feature topic here.
Let's do it.
All right, enough with us. You guys want to talk with the man. This is Dan and Sean. We're going to get us off here from Healthy Roster. Guys, how you doing?
Awesome, fellas.
Good to hear you.
That was a dog with the squeaky toy, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if that's something.
It was not you sneezing, though, right? So
it was not me sneezing. It was my dog with the squeaky toy, and he was. That was his way of saying happy birthday, Kevin.
Oh, it is your dog.
It was my dog.
Well, then we have an answer. I thought I was doing something wrong here.
Oh, Kevin Joyce, you were correct as always. You're very.
That's great.
You're very suitful. Yeah. No, my dog is.
What kind of dog?
He's a Portuguese water dog. Have you ever heard of that?
Heck no. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're kind of they're a hyperallergenic type dog, and I've got kids with allergies, so that works. But yeah, he's got these tennis balls, and I started trying to throw them around. Of course, he won't go chase them, but he loves to put them in his mouth and just squeak them all day long. So sorry about that.
Oh, we're all good.
We both are dog people here, so we love it.
Yeah, he's cool.
Podcast.
They're fluffy. Kevin says they're fluffy.
They are fluffy.
Oh, you got a picture? Did you see it?
Yeah. Heck yeah. That's an awesome looking dog.
Did you guys upgrade? You guys didn't upgrade their studio back there. You got the treadmills. Do you guys actually do the podcast on the treadmills sometimes?
Kevin, we're just doing it in a different room than we've been doing in the last couple episodes. Yeah. This is Kevin's lab.
Yeah,
his lair.
This is my extension of my clinic. So where it's more fitness and rehab and recovery, and I added some new treadmills. We actually started doing this podcast once we started doing it at my location in this room, but it was just full of boxes because I hadn't unboxed anything yet. But yeah, just different room, same location.
Looks cool.
Thanks.
So Sean, what about you? Tell us your role at Healthy Roster. We know Dan. We've had Dan on so many times, but let's learn about Sean.
Yeah, I'm part of the triumvirate that is the three-headed monster that runs Healthy Roster. Dan, myself, and our third co-founder, which I think you've had him on before, Nathan. We all started Healthy Roster back in the day, and my role is CTO, and I run the product side of the house. So if there's something you don't like, it's probably my fault. But I will also take credit for all the things you do like.
That's bold, and we need more of that in the world.
Yeah,
love it.
He is not your typical CTO, guys. I will say this about him. So he first of all, he's a musician. He's a phenomenal musician. He sings, he plays guitar. What else? You play piano, you play harmonica, you do everything.
I hack at a lot of things.
Yeah, he does. He's very good. And then
an acoustic in the background there.
Oh yeah, yes. It's hiding back there. So, this was my studio pre-pandemic, and then now it's where I spend 90% of my life because it's my hobby. And now we went completely remote. We never leave I'm literally in my basement, which is actually more of your stereotypical CTO or developer. I think they never leave their basement, but at least it's my basement, not my mother's. I
never know what she's doing up there.
Right.
Mom, meatloaf.
Love it.
He also sails. He's like a sailor too. He does sailing, and
we did sail tonight. I did sail before coming on here. We didn't do as well tonight.
No,
we did a re-race.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Next week.
There's always next week.
So he does get out of his mom's basement every once in a while, and he makes great code too for Healthy Roster occasionally. In between
so he hasn't
songs.
been busy. He hasn't been working on anything new recently. Because the rumor is you guys haven't really done anything in a long time. So,
I feel like you joke, but that's 100% like what it feels like.
I am joking.
Yeah. So, for a long time, we've been working on something that nobody's been able to see. So it feels like we haven't been able to put anything in front of anybody. But that's all going to change very soon. So,
well, do you want us to unveil? Do you want us to play the video, or do you guys want to talk about it first?
Dan, or
yeah, I wanted this moment to be for your audience so that they could man, see this for the first time, hear it for the first time, talk about it for the first time. Nobody has we've been holding it back from our customers. They haven't been able to see it. We were waiting for this moment right before NADA to give everybody an idea of what it is. And then at NADA, Indianapolis, next week, you can come, you can see Sean, you can see myself, obviously see Kevin and Chad as well. Hopefully you guys stop by the booth as well, but come by and we'll show it to you.
Stop by. I think we're going to live there.
Okay, good.
We're moving in.
We got space. We got chairs. You can pull up. You'll be good. So
yeah, we got a lot of space. We got a lot of space this year. So yeah, we're ready. If you guys are ready,
all right. So
we put a little bit something special together for you guys and your audience today.
All right. So we're gonna just take you guys off screen here. We're gonna show you guys us, and then we're gonna drop this video in here, and it's gonna go. Wow.
Well, that was fantastic.
I was frantically scribbling.
Yeah, you were.
Notes.
That looks amazing.
I felt like I was going to take a test right now, and I wanted to do really well on it. So that was a minute 40, and it packed a lot into a short amount of time. So here's what I got. Tell me if I missed anything. Save and go. Save and go was the first thing. Quick fill templates. I think that's pretty cool. And we can discuss these in detail if you'd like. Autofill documentation, custom reports that include who you can choose who has access to these reports, and dark mode. Did I miss any major features?
So that's what we highlighted in the video. I will say this, we redid the entire website. We started from scratch with building it. The back end is all the same, so your data is all going to carry over. But we started, this company almost 8 years ago now, and it was time for us to kind of refresh everything on the front end. And when you come into the Healthy Roster 2.0, you'll see a fresh, new, modern interface that's been built from the ground up, but it's going to feel familiar. It's funny hyping up a new product or a new version of the product because you don't want to trash the old version of it too much, because people love Healthy Roster. We have great feedback. We have a little channel where, when people rate us through the product, everyone in the company sees it. And it's consistently filled with 9 and 10s and great feedback. But at the same time, we had learned a lot over the last 8 years of doing this. And we approached the entire site with the idea of how would we change things if we weren't encumbered by what we had built previously? How would we do things knowing what we know now, if we're starting over? And so, that was just a few of the things that we highlighted, that we think current users of the site will absolutely love. I think, those little tweaks here and there are some based on some of the feedbacks that we've gotten over the years. And I'm really excited to get everybody in there. And I know everybody says that about product, but I've been staring at this for, like the last 8 months of working through it. And I'm just ready to get in front of people at this point. I'm tired of not being able to show it to people. So
well, it's interesting because you're a software company, but you're a people company. You're helping people. So while you're building the software, you're really thinking about the people that use it and how to help them. And I think that's actually the number one thing that we love about you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I said this in a webinar the other day, but I think it's very true. A lot of the features that we spent so much time on are not things that we could really build a marketing campaign around. They're not things that are really flashy and super sexy, if you will. But they're things that are going to give our athletic trainers their time back on a day-to-day basis. And healthcare, like a doctor, doesn't have as many encounters in a day as an athletic trainer, not nearly as many encounters with their patients. And so the amount of documentation that an athletic trainer would have to do is just, it's overbearing unless you take those minor things into account. And nobody likes documentation. And but we're trying to focus on those little things that are really going to give people their time back. And it was really fun to actually be able to spend time on that as part of the rewrite. And I think the attention to detail will show through when people actually get to put their hands on it.
These guys spent so much time in the weeds, really making sure that first impressions were good ones for our customers. But you guys know very well that the way we've built our company is through the feedback from our customers. So we've taken all that over the years, and we're going to continue to evolve. I told you guys when we started working with you, we're going to continue to evolve. And that's what we've done here. And this is a big evolution for our company. I want to give a shout out to the marketing team. I thought that video was really cool, especially the dark mode.
Really good.
They put that together for you guys specifically. So I thought they did a really nice job there.
They nailed it.
Yeah. Do they do any like freelance work? Maybe we can hire them to do like an intro video or something.
Yeah, shout out to Caitlin who did most of the work on that. We'll send her number over to you if you want to reach out. So.
Is she gonna be there next week? I'll just hit her up.
She won't be, but we'll make sure to put you in touch with her.
And seriously, just cutting you off here now, Dan, just only because this podcast is going to live forever in audio form, right? And honestly, when you're listening to it in your car, you're going to be like, what the heck is going on? But at the same time, go back to the YouTube channel, watch that video if you have any interest in Healthy Roster. Honestly, it was cool. It was very like, I don't know, I almost was like motivated to like, God, I want to go check this out. Like, I mean, they did a great job.
Let's do this. Let's throw up the QR code.
Oh yeah. Check that out. Boom.
That's huge. That's huge. Let me undo that.
Real quick, while you're doing that, I saw a question come through asking if users will automatically get switched over. And yes, so we're actually we're bringing users into it starting the week after NATA. We'll start bringing on our early users and then slowly adding more users and giving them access after that. By the end of the summer, we want to have everybody having access. And I say having access because for through the end of the fall, at least, you'll be able to switch back and forth between Healthy Roster 2.0 and what we're calling Legacy Healthy Roster, because we know change is difficult during the busy time of the year.
Everybody loves change.
Yes. Yeah. And I think the site is everyone will love it. But you don't love change in the middle of your busiest part of the year. Right. So we're trying to give people the opportunity to switch over when it's convenient for them. And so we took that into consideration.
And if you're watching live or if you're going to check this out on the YouTube replay later, we have the QR code up, so you can scan this or just go to the website. Right. I'm sure the demonstration on the website is, you're going to get way more information from the website, but I'm assuming this leads there. So, I was just looking at the list of the new feature, quick fill templates. So I've, in my new position, now that I'm away from the school, I use Epic. And one of the things is that every single provider has a proc doc for everything they do just to make it easy. It's like it's like they, hit a proc doc, all of a sudden it's just all fillable tabs, tab here, tab here, tab here, enter all the data. Being able to do a quick fill template is a huge time saver. And so kudos to you guys for making it work for the athletic training community. Because like you said, the number of things, pieces of data that we have to input is incredible. So
I'll let Sean cover most of this, but I'll just say this: like the motivation, the kind of goal for the whole team was to continue to help athletic trainers save time, because we feel from the beginning, if we can do that, we're not only helping you, but you're helping the athletes because you have more time with them, and quite honestly, you have more time for yourself at the end of the day, and everybody wins in that scenario. So we, on average, save athletic trainers anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes a day compared to the previous system they were using. And so we wanted to build upon that. And we think this is going to take that to a whole nother level so that you can actually have a normal life. You can actually spend time with your significant others at the end of the day and maybe not have to worry about documentation, because Sean nailed it. Nobody likes to document. Our job is to just make that easier for you. And that's really what Sean's team was, I think, successfully able to do with this new iteration.
Yeah, and you mentioned the templates, and I think it's a super powerful thing. The way we've built them, the things that live in a note are hard to report on. And so what we've tried to do is make sure you can actually document the things in a reportable way, but then you're not having to re-enter them into the actual note itself. And so you could pull everything from the background questions into a note automatically for you, and insert that along with the athlete's name, the date, anything else that you would record as part of your normal documentation. We can automatically insert it in the note, save yourself time. And quality, it's quality assurance of making sure that everybody's documenting in a way that they're supposed to, and that will hold up. If you need to send it off to insurance, or if there's ever any sort of legal action, it's super important, and we want to make sure that's as easy as possible for everybody. So
that's great.
I actually love that, because in my clinic right now, I very rarely have to submit any kind of documentation to insurance. We're a private pay, cash-based clinic, and we don't always have to, be involved with that insurance world. But if in all assets of being an athletic trainer, it was like, if you fill this out and you fill this out and you fill this out, you're going to be okay. Just hit these boxes. We got your back. Just Healthy Roster. They just rock.
So in the video, it showed almost like a timeline that you follow along. Is that you'll be able to see that on the screen? Like you'll be able to scroll up and down and kind of see what.
Yeah, and so we've had a timeline around injuries since day one. Actually, that was one of the first features that I built, but it was primarily around. It only showed status updates and the injuries, and now what we've done, we've pulled everything, any documentation around a specific problem or injury into a single timeline. And so you can see encounters, you can see referrals, follow-up services, the incident report. You can see that, and all the notes and any attachments that would have for that, any comments, and any communication back and forth, with the athlete or the athlete's parents, depending on the setting. You can see that all within that single timeline. And then there's the ability to export it. And there's a lot of controls around what you can export. And, if you want to filter out all of your encounters so you don't see every, ankle taping that you did for the last semester, you can filter that out and just print out the important details. But it gives you that documentation that you can provide, once again, whether it's for, just sending it home with the athlete or the parent, or sending it over to the doctor, or if it is for sending off to insurance or for any legal issues, you have that right there, and that flexibility. So.
Jeez. Is there anything you guys haven't thought of?
Well, we got a long list of things we haven't done yet, but one of the things that rewriting the site we had in mind was the ability to rapidly develop new features. We had kind of gotten bogged down of 8 years of what we call technical debt. And if you've been in the software industry at all, that sounds familiar. And it's just, hey, we've been building one thing on top of the other thing, and now it's a bit of a house of cards that you're afraid to change this thing down here because all the ripple effect, it's going to bring everything down with you, and it takes so much. And so the refresh of this is really going to allow us to rapidly develop new features. And we got a lot of things that we want to get done even before the end of the year that I'm really excited about getting the chance to knock out. Some of which, have been on our backlog since 2015 when we actually started. It's, I think issue number 2 is one that's up there and I think we're on issue 3000 at this point. So
what Sean's not telling you is that, it's not just him. He's got an entire team too that's helping him through this process. And it's not just, online, but it's also, we're building mobile stuff, and we're trying to, build everything together simultaneously to make sure it's all in sync. So there's a lot of stakeholders involved in making sure that everything is, the same across the board, that your experience is the same, regardless of what type of, device or, online that you're using. So there was a lot of people working together to make sure that this came to fruition.
Man, I'm very, it almost feels like I'm in my mid 40s, whatever. It feels like we went from first generation Atari to where we're at now, like in terms of like, from where I started using a different company, prior to working with Healthy Roster, and now with your generation, it's almost like a game console. You're just like keep getting better and better and better and better, and I'm very excited to see this latest version in action. Are you going to have it next week in the booth so people will be able to just scroll by and
we will have that. We'll have the computers up. You'll be able to get hands on and try it out yourself and see all the new features. We'll be there to walk you through it and show it to you. So definitely stop by our booth without a doubt.
I think that's probably the best thing, is to stop by and play with it yourself, because that's when you start being like, oh my God, you can see the difference compared to whatever you're using right now.
We're missing our sign. You said stop by and play with yourself.
Yeah. Where is it? You're not even looking at us anyways. That's what she said. Yeah, I know. I got it. Damn, I'll find it. See, one of our live streamers got it. Yeah, it's like a drinking game here on Candid Athletic Training. How many shots can you do in an hour? So what else? What else is going to be going on next week at the convention or coming up? What do you guys have?
Well, we got a little bit of everybody coming to Indianapolis. So, part of Sean's team is going to be there. We have some of our marketing team that put that video together. They're going to be there. They're going to be talking, trying to gather ideas. Everybody is a part of this process. We've told you guys that from the beginning. All of our athletic trainers from customer success, our customer success team, we're going to have them there to work with you, make sure they can answer questions if you're a current customer, or if you're a future customer, or you're just walking by asking questions. We'll be there for you. We'll have our sales team there. We'll have our executive team there. We're really putting an emphasis on launching this properly and making sure we get everybody into the fold and understand exactly what our mission is. And that's to help, elevate the roles of athletic trainers and continue to build software that helps you do what you need to do for your job. We'll all be there. Long story short, we'll all be there to talk to you.
We got a big booth this year too, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's good.
Can't wait. Literally cannot wait.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's the only thing I do when I go to the convention. I don't attend any of the presentations. I just go to the exhibit hall and meet people, because it's just the best feeling. And again, I know we say this every week and every time you come on, but this show doesn't really exist anymore without you guys and your support. So thank you for believing in us. We obviously just want to partner with the best companies who can reach the most athletic trainers and improve the profession and advance the profession. And obviously you guys are at the forefront of that in terms of the EMR. So we just genuinely appreciate what you guys have done for us. So we're excited to see you next week and again, continue to grow with you guys.
Thanks for bringing us along on the ride with you as you guys it's a cool thing that you're doing. I love what you guys do. So
Yeah, we'll continue to try and be the mouthpiece.
We'll do our best. As long as nobody can see our faces, we'll keep their faces. It's crazy to think. Like, I mean, it was 2019 at NATA. That's when we first met anybody from Healthy Roster, and
we just came over to shoot some basketball. I think you guys had like a little Papa shot in 2019.
We did. Yeah, we did. It's in my basement now. My kids have torn it apart, but it's down there somewhere.
It's just it's a sliding door moment for us, like meeting you guys and being able to make that connection. And yeah, this show has changed a lot, and you guys have grown a lot. So again, it's a really fun relationship for us.
Yeah, you guys have done a great job too, and I mean, you tell it how it is, and you really speak the truth for what athletic trainers are feeling like every day, and that's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear, oh, you should be doing this or you can do that, but tell it how it is. That's what you guys do, and people just need a release. And when I hear people talk about you guys, that's what they tell us. It's just a good release. These guys are awesome. They get us. They absolutely get us. And we're glad that you are out there as a resource for our customers.
Well, thanks.
Well, I appreciate that for sure.
Okay, well, go enjoy the dog, the fluffy dog. Maybe play a little Papa shot. Sean, I want to hear something on the acoustic maybe next week.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So, all right, guys.
Maybe you can bring it to the booth. Maybe you can bring it to the booth.
We're trying to bring people in, Dan. Bring people in. That's what we're
doing. It sounds stupid, but I think it would. Okay. Honestly, everyone's like, "Oh, what's going on over here?" Like, it honestly, it would.
I'm not sure I believe in that there's no bad publicity. So
Thanks for having us, guys.
Can you make a Healthy Roster song?
I could. I could. Should I is the real question.
You should. Yes. Yes, you should.
I tried to. I asked him that very question this morning, guys.
We'll see what happens. Free beer would bring people in.
As always, Kevin Joyce is right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys. We will. We look forward to seeing you next week.
See you, fellas.
All right.
Oh, it's back to us.
Unfortunate for the rest of the people who have to watch the show. It's back to us. So thanks to Sean and to Dan for coming on. Obviously, they're a big part of what we do. And I think it's gonna. I mean, they had the best EMR in the world, and they just made it better. So if you can check them out at healthyroster.com, look at the QR code on our social media, or stop by the booth. But if you aren't using them, you're missing out.
One thing Sean was like, he said, what did he say? 2.0 or
2.0?
No, he said 2 dot something else. Like, and I was like, I wonder if that's like tech speak, like versus everybody else says 2.0. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And did you notice how I mean, you can tell that he is in like a studio, because he was coming through the speaker like nice and crisp and clear.
Yeah. And
he's like just sitting in a chair, all relaxed, and like we got all this equipment on us, and there's probably an echo, and like same thing with Dan. I'm like, ooh, this guy's real serious. He's got a real studio in his house.
Big time.
I want to hang out with Sean
next week.
Oh, I can't wait.
Bring the beer. So
there will be beers being had.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but for real, for all the listeners right now, anybody watching it, head back. If you want to see that video, go back to the beginning of the podcast. You'll find it. It's pretty cool. Get a sneak peek at some of these new features for Healthy Roster 2.0. HealthyRoster.com. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Let's get into our weekly shenanigans.
Okie dokes. I flipped them again.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just habit.
It was totally habit. Where do you want to start?
We've got Fat Friend or Foe, or FMK, this week. Kevin's flight is at 6:15 on Wednesday.
What the hell was he thinking? On Wednesday? Doesn't it start? It starts Thursday, right?
It starts Thursday.
Oh, well, Kevin,
I'm driving down Wednesday myself. I don't know what time we'll get down there.
I'm driving down Thursday
Yeah.
super early.
Yeah. So, and let's just plan on, what do you want to do? Thursday night gathering?
Yeah,
or
let's
Friday
try.
night gathering? You're going to be tired from the early drive. You want to do Friday?
God, come on. No, I'll be fine.
All right. So Thursday night,
Somebody put a beer in front of me. I'll be fine.
we'll look and pick a time and a place, and we'll do a gathering.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll buy everyone their first drink or something.
What?
Free beer on if you're a member. If you're a member of our show, free alcohol.
You got to
How
show
about that? That
You got to show
it's
us
got to be
your,
worth a membership to get a free beer from a.
And
or something.
anybody that shows up with a Candid thumb logo tattooed on their body somewhere, I'll buy you drinks all weekend long. If it's worth it to you.
Oh, Nate's got a spare bed.
Spare bed. Interesting.
Kevin.
I might need a spare bed.
You can shack up with Kevin over here.
Mm.
Okay. You know what? Let's save our fat for just a second.
All
'Cause
right.
I'm still researching.
Oh, really?
Let's do our FMK. No, let's do our friend or foe.
All right.
Friend or foe, Kevin.
What?
Handles on your med balls. Handles on your med balls. Friend or foe?
That would be a foe. I'm not a fan of the handles. What are you trying to find?
I'm trying
I
look
don't
at
have any.
I'm trying to. You don't
I got
have
no
any med
handles
balls?
on med balls. Listen, you don't need handles. They're just awkward.
Why do they make them? Because I think foe too, but there's med balls with handles. So somebody's on social media. We put it on Candid_ATC. 67% said foe. 33. So one out of every 3 people say they like it.
Well, number one, just number one, and I think it makes it a foe 100% of the time. I now can no longer throw that med ball against anything. The ground, a wall, or even into the air. And if it lands, it's gonna bounce in a direction that is very unpredictable.
We're trying to catch it, and you're like
Trying to catch it, and now all of a sudden, there's a finger that's all of a sudden dislocated.
Speaking of fingers,
Yeah.
sidebar, I was checking in a patient yesterday who the note, because I do the walk-in orthopedic clinic, and it just said right pinky, want to rule out fracture.
Okay.
So I get the patient into the room, and I said, a female patient, and I was like, okay, so what'd you do? She's like, well, I was taking my pants off.
Oh.
I was like, what?
Hey. All right.
She like
All right.
hurt her pinky finger. I was like,
Mm.
that'll be the last time you wear pants. Huh? I probably shouldn't have said that. But that's what I told her. She's like, how stupid can I be? Hurt myself, take my pants off.
Oh,
It's
you're
like-
gonna have to write that one
It's
down.
aggressive.
I broke my pinky taking my pants off. Do you think
Do you think
it was a
it
true
wasn't.
story?
It actually wasn't a fracture, but she actually ruptured her extensor tendon of her.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
The
she.
extensor tendon?
Yeah, she had mallet finger from
Interesting.
taking her pants off.
Oh my god. Oh, the things
So,
you hear about.
Yeah, so trying to catch a med ball
Yep.
with handles on it, you could potentially injure yourself just as much as. What's the ICD-10 for that? I don't know.
Oh my god. There
Um,
is probably one though. Pants injury. Unspecified side. Fucking stupid. What else do I hate about it? If you can't hold on to a med ball with your hands like this, just gripping the side, then I don't know. Why do you need the handle?
well, Ed said something on social media. He goes, if you need a
Did.
handle for it, then just use a kettlebell,
Good point.
which is the best point.
why not?
Yeah.
Grab something else that has a handle. I still don't understand when I would ever need the handle.
Rotational core exercise, Russian. I bet you it was invented. My guess is just for Russian twists. Can you say Russian twists anymore?
Probably not.
You probably can't. You probably have to say something a little bit more.
Do you have to,
play-
call them like the conflict?
Well,
the conflict between
We bought the
of
red.
order
We bought
twist?
the red. we bought the red fish from the grocery store this week.
Swedish fish.
No, they're called Nordic fish now. It's not even Swedish fish. I don't know. The whole world is different now.
Are there no Swedish people anymore?
I don't know. It's just Nordic. I guess it's Nordic fish.
What the heck's going on?
I don't know. So
What the heck?
It used to be called a Russian twist. The exercise formerly known as the Russian twist is probably why they invented med balls with handles on it.
Of course it is. I mean, I don't. But even then, like, why can't I just hold on to the ball and do it?
I agree.
If anything, I'm actually activating some, like abduction, horizontal abduction, chest,
Yeah,
and all these other things.
Some flies.
I don't know. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Meatballs from IKEA are called, Nordic meatballs. I don't know what is going on with the world right now. All I know is, can we not call it a Swiss ball? It's foreshadowing. Is that against the rules?
No, I guess it's Nordic ball.
Nordic ball. No more Nordic cheese.
No Swiss cheese. It's Nordic Nordic
gosh.
cheese.
This is interesting. What you learn on Candid Athletic Training.
I mean, maybe it was just one company that decided to do that. I don't know.
Oh, it could be, or maybe they're an off-brand.
Yeah,
of some.
That's what
fashion.
I'm wondering. Maybe they're slightly different than Swedish fish. Maybe there's a different ingredient that I'm not aware of.
The non-Swedish stick to your teeth fish. You like Swedish fish, don't you?
They're big in our household right now.
Yeah.
All three of us.
Just not a fan.
Really?
Just not a fan.
Do you like any sort of gummy, like a gumdrop?
Gumdrop.
Like a spiced gumdrop?
Oh.
They look like a little thimble, sugary coating.
Not a huge fan.
What about like a juju coin?
A juju coin?
Like a red coin. You never had, like, it's like a Swedish fish, but it's a coin.
Give me some other gummy things that people have heard of.
How about orange slices? Orange slices.
I'll eat an orange.
Yeah, actual orange.
Yeah. If I'm going to eat something gummy, it might as well be Sour Patch Kids.
All right, what's the... Okay,
gummy worms.
Is Sour Patch the best gummy anything?
Gummy worms. Actually, I mean...
We're going to have to save that for another fucking podcast.
I really like
best
the
gummies. CBD gummies.
CBD gummies. They work. I
wouldn't even know.
No. Yeah. It's actually, I don't know, I've been trying.
Dots. Kevin's on Dots kick.
Dots kick? What the heck?
All we buy is Swedish fish and chocolate-covered raisins right now.
Chocolate-covered raisins and Swedish fish.
It's our big snacks.
Our snacks are Chewy Chips Ahoy right now. Ooh. And what else is my pregnant wife always craving? It's been Chewy Chips Ahoy for the last 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. And she gets mad at me if I have a couple. She's not really mad at me.
Bennett's all about icy pops and suckers right now, icy pops for breakfast. He's like, what do you want for breakfast? Icy pop. Well, no, that's not happening.
That's when you just shove a banana in his face and you go, here.
Haribo peach rings.
I think did you have a smash cake for Bennett for his first birthday?
We did.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing it?
Not I don't know. Are all cakes are smash cakes, right? It's just a cake that you just say, hey, go to town, right? I mean, it's not like it's a company, right?
No, you just
put a cake in front of
it. I just had a patient this week who that's what they did. They were a baker who literally, she's like, I just did 3 years worth of I'm so glad that trend is ending. Apparently that's on the way out. Smash cakes.
Oh, I would imagine everything about kids and parents and has trends.
The last 1-year-old birthday I went to, they had a cupcake, a smash cupcake, which probably makes more sense.
Yeah, it's a little less messy.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have a cake. I don't know if we're going to let him smash it or if it's just literally we're going to give him one piece and you're like, yeah, go to town, whatever.
Yeah.
Nisi's bringing up some
Haribo's. They're talking about there's talk on peach
and
peach rings,
Sour Patch Kids. Oh, candy. We don't talk about candy nearly as much as we used to.
We can add that
nearly. We used to have a different candy all the time. We used to always have Sour Patch Kids. I don't think we have any more in that box.
No. I'll bring something.
And every once in a while, you'll bring in something.
Yeah. It was almost the chocolate covered raisins tonight, but
okay, so raisin in a long time.
We're both in agreement that
it's a faux
on the handles on med balls. We can't think of a single thing we would actually do it.
Somebody was just trying to make a buck. That's all it was.
Oh, hi, Riley. Anything Albanese?
Albanese's. So many different candies out there. Sugar-free candy should be illegal.
Except for the diabetics. They need it. Have their own place. Okay.
What's the point if
we're moving on.
Sugar.
F1, marry one, kill one, Kevin. We're going to stay in this Nordic Swedish region. So you sent me the video.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain what you sent me?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to pull it up so like we can... cruising around on the Instagrams, and how do I do this? Right there. Come across these people doing elite rotational strength movements on a Swiss ball or a physio ball or a yoga ball, whatever you call it.
So the video is somebody in a plank position with their feet on the ball, and they're like legitimately doing like some weird...
So I don't know if somebody
twisting. It's like thrusting on the ball, but rotational
is.
thrusting.
The hashtag, hashtags don't even make sense. But if anybody's done any kind of like animal flow, they almost get into like a scorpion reach during it, and they're bouncing all over this ball. Like, it's pretty wild. Can I I don't know.
Share this?
Can I just do this? Whoop. Like, if you can see that.
Yeah, just a little closer. I mean, you can get the gist of it. It's like we're probably violating some sort of...
whatever. I'm sure YouTube's going to flag us, but they flag us for everything. Your response was sports specific. And my response was an FMK in the making.
Yeah, so... and we might be able to get into that a little bit more, but for tonight, we're going to go F, marry, kill using the Swiss ball / medicine ball. Not, what do we call it? Medicine ball, right? Swiss ball, medicine ball for upper body rehab, lower body rehab, and core rehab.
That's where my head went, Kevin.
Yeah, me too.
That's where it went with FMK.
So upper body, lower body, or core rehabilitation using a Swiss / medicine ball.
There was no point, Kyle. There was no point. It's like when somebody saw
low key. I think I would actually try that though, and just see how it feels.
I want you to try.
I'm not all about. Well, I am all about that. However, sometimes I think the things we see on social media are batshit crazy. I think there might be a little validity to that one, to try a rotational component with a deceleration. I'm going to try it. Maybe right after the show.
Maybe it's really good for like
hips,
like jujitsu.
Yeah.
Maybe it's, you're getting some. There was some really great, like, your hands are on the ground. There's some hip to shoulder separation idea going on. I just think it looked cooler, and it looked like it was going to be a great post, and that's why they did it.
I
don't think the caption was like elite rotational movement or something. Like, come on.
I didn't mind the separation, the hip thoracic, separation. That was
all right, so core, lower, upper, using a Nordic ball.
Kevin Joyce is undefeated on the live stream.
He's doing great.
If anybody ever takes over for us, it's going to be Kevin Joyce, because he gets it.
He just might.
So the live streamers are basically saying the same thing. Marry the core, F the lower body, kill the upper body. What says you?
Well, it's hard to disagree with that.
For sure, you have to marry the core.
Yeah, I think you must, because it's kind of the point of using it in most instances, is it creates some core work, even when you're doing, let's say, an upper body exercise. Like if you're doing some, what am I thinking of? What are those like saws or whatever.
Body saws.
Like body saws. Like your arms are moving, and it's a great like lat exercise.
See, I still consider a body saw a core exercise.
But it's a core exercise. But you're using your upper body. You're moving your upper body, right?
Well, how, like the example might be if you're doing dumbbell bench press.
Yeah.
On a Swiss ball.
Oh.
You still are engaging your core, so not to fall the fuck over.
But it's also like
it's a full body.
It's an upper body exercise. You know what? One thing I've done with a Swiss ball.
Swiss ball.
Swiss ball. Okay, you're on your back. You're in the rack. Okay, no bench, and then you attach some bands to the base of the rack, and then you do like a press with the ball into the bands.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
You're doing a bench press.
Double unstable press.
Yeah, like you're holding the ball, but then you're also pushing into a band. I've done some of that.
Are you doing
for like,
it seated?
No.
Standing?
Like on the ground. Like basically a floor press.
Oh, so on your back. Okay, you're laying down.
Yeah.
Pushing up.
Pushing up into the band with the physio Swiss ball. Things like that where you can create.
You should put handles on the med ball. And do it.
Right? It would be so much better. Now, I'm thinking about some of my arm exercises with my upper body rotational core, or not core, but scapular stuff, like your circles, getting into like those serratus, rolling up that ball on the wall. Like, I mean, those are some of my staples with my guys.
What about some hamstring curls?
Exactly.
So there's, I mean,
what about standing on the ball, holding
squats,
holding like 400 pounds on your back with chains
juggling.
hanging off? Wow.
I thought you were going to say chainsaws. Juggling chainsaws, standing on the Swiss ball. Because that's what the Swiss ball is designed for. Well, everybody's seen that video.
Unstable surface.
All right. So I'm marrying the core. I think you're marrying the core too, right?
I think I am marrying the core.
You have to. I think you have to.
I think I'm marrying the core.
So we're debating, do we agree with the live streamers?
What was the original? Was it
Megan originally said F the lower body, kill the upper body. But you bring in the scap stabilization stuff.
I think I'm going to F the upper body.
Ooh, in terms of, man, I don't know how I'm framing this in my own, like, if I'm not using the med ball, like, so if you're killing one of them, you have to use other equipment for said upper body or lower body, right?
Mm-hmm. Slide boards.
So what could I live with? What could I live? Could I live without a med ball doing upper body? I would just probably move to bands and probably Indian clubs. Can you say Indian anymore?
I don't know,
Indian clubs.
but I got some over there.
This is the most politically incorrect podcast we've ever done.
It really has been.
All these things that used to be called one thing, we're not sure what they're called anymore.
Dan's going to be pissed because this whole podcast is going to be taken off YouTube. I'm effing with the upper body. I'm killing the lower body. You know, the things I would do with the Swiss ball, they're lower body emphasis at bare minimum. Like I can use other equipment. Yeah. And I actually kind of like other equipment more. The classic hamstring curl on a Swiss ball, I'm actually not in love with. We've talked about this before.
It's still more of a core exercise.
Yeah, and I kind of like it. I like doing it more on the foam roll. I like doing it a little bit more on the slide board.
So what are your other main lower body Swiss ball exercises?
Honestly,
hamstring curls.
I was thinking also as a
adductor squeezes,
or like a lateral lunge, and you have your foot on the Swiss ball, the other foot, right? Or like
a Bulgarian,
or doing a Bulgarian and rolling it back, things like that. But I could do that with a TRX. I could do that with a slide board. I can now, granted, upper extremity stuff you can also do with other equipment, but
yeah, that's what we do. You modify based on what you have. However, I think I tend to agree with you. I think it's a little bit more useful for the upper extremity. So I'll F with the upper extremity, and I'll kill the lower extremity as well.
You what is it? What was it called? Hippity hop? Is that like it was a Swiss ball, but it had a handle that like you would hold in between your legs and then bounce around on it?
Oh,
Was that called a hippity hop?
I don't know. You're talking about like the kids' toy.
Yeah. Hippity hop.
Hip hop. I don't know what it is called.
Hippity hop. That's exactly what it was called.
Damn, good for you, Kevin.
Is that a Swiss ball? It's just a Swiss ball with a handle. Should we kill that one?
Yeah, we should kill that.
All right,
I didn't really care for that as a kid.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
All right. What's next?
Our last segment of the evening is
Dun, dun, dun.
going to be right up our alley. And I swear to God, I can't believe it's taken 223 episodes to come to this.
What is
We're going
it?
to fat types of French fries. We've talked 100 times about not 100. We've talked several times about like what our favorite French fries to eat are, but we've never debated the merits of which French fry would make the best athletic trainer and why.
I'm like really hungry right now.
I am too. So
I never did eat that bar.
all right, here we go. I just pulled up a website. Types of French
Give it
fries.
to
You
me.
ready?
Give it to me.
Tell me if you want it in or out of the debate.
Ooh,
Crinkle cut.
in.
Crinkle. Curly fries, definitely in. Curly fries. Home fries. I don't know what a home fry. That's a hash brown. That's
I think That's not a fry.
Shoestring fries.
Yeah.
Debatable.
Yeah. No.
The next one would be steak fries.
Yeah, that's in there.
Sweet potato fries. That's just a different brand. That's like
I want a style of fry, not a
tater tots. Don't count.
Nope, they're not fries.
Tornado fries. I don't know what that is.
I'm guessing
it's popular in South Korea. Waffle fries is definitely on the. That's
Absolutely
a style. Waffle fries. Boardwalk fries. Nope. That's a place that they're sold. Chips. That's not really a fry.
What fries are called in other countries? They very much
cottage fries.
No. Don't know what it is.
They look like a potato chip, apparently.
Get out of here.
Pommes, soufflés. Nope, that's nothing. Wedges.
Pommes frites.
Wedges.
I feel like a wedge is like a steak fry.
All right, fine. I do like wedges.
But that's the same, right? A steak fry and a wedge?
Yeah, I'll do steak.
Steak wedges are probably bigger. And they're
I
steak fries.
Think of steak fries as like both. Like a wedge is more like a triangle.
Yep.
In profile, a steak fry is like cut on both sides, but then it's.
You're right, and then steak fries usually have, I think,
like very little skin.
They have skin on them, I think, right?
The wedges have skin on them, but the steak fries do not.
All right.
So all right.
Kevin, Joyce,
Julian,
tots don't count because they're not French fries. They're not fries.
Matchstick fries.
Either are hash browns.
Matchsticks. I think matchsticks are very similar to shoestring.
They are.
Oven baked. I'm just seeing if we missed anything. Patatas. We might have a pretty good list here. Sidewinding fries. That's not a.
We've definitely debated like who.
Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3,
fries.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 styles. Unless you consider like fresh cut fry. Would a fresh cut fry, is that different?
I don't know what is it.
Like a fresh cut fry is like Five Guys.
Oh. See, that's what I think of when I think of like a steak fry.
Oh no, steak fry is way different to me.
Oh.
Let me see if I can pull one up here for you.
I like the skin on a fry. Do you?
Yeah, I love
like wedges.
Oh,
yeah, you say you like wedges.
Steak fry.
All right, but now we're fat and fries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any initial
thoughts? Oh, the variety you get when you get a box of curly fries sometimes is very athletic training.
This is a steak fry.
That's a steak fry. Okay.
Orida.
Yes,
Kyle Rutledge. Fresh cut fries are from the ferry. Yes. The best.
So my first instinct as a athletic trainer, I want to go curly fries.
That's a wedge fry.
That's a wedge. Yeah. Not a big fan of the wedge fry.
It was kind of like, remember Fuddruckers?
They
There's
do.
a local place that was a
Yeah.
wedge fry with
Mm.
cheese sauce. Now that's the shit I could eat every day.
I'm so hungry.
I loved Fuddruckers.
freaking hungry.
I'm so mad it's gone.
Yeah, I never really went. I mean, a couple times back in the day, but not really, not a lot.
You had to be real careful with how you said that one around your parents when you were a kid. Fuddruckers.
I want to go to Fuddruckers. Fuddruckers. So, my first instinct is curly fries. The variety you get in that box.
Variety? They're all just spiral. What's the variety?
Some of them are shorter. Some of them are very, very curled up. Some of them are long curls that aren't as tight. Some of them are a little crispier. Some of them have like a little more softness to them. And I just feel like there's a little bit of an athletic trainer in that box of curly fries. The individual curly fry also tends to hold on to a significant amount of seasoning because of the surface area. I'm sure is higher on a curly fry than it is on a traditional steak fry. So I can hold on to a lot. So that's my first go-to. As an athletic trainer, making a fictional athletic trainer out of food. That's what we do, people.
All right.
What's your instinct?
My first instinct?
Not what you like. What would make the best athletic trainer?
All right, so
I love me some curly fries.
The things to me that stand out about the profession.
Okay.
Adaptability,
laziness,
durability, durability, consistency,
hating your life, burnt out. Ooh, which one's the best? Crispy,
best under pressure. We all want fries right now. That's the whole reason we're doing this podcast.
Which
is there any late night places over and around here?
So what? You know how like you go to a restaurant and sometimes you got to like break open a couple of the fries because otherwise you're literally gonna go to the depths of hell if you bite into that. A wedge. You know, like that's what those remind me of. Is the inside is so much hotter than the outside, and so you got to break some open to let them like air out. Is that a quality in athletic training that could be good? You got to, break into to let some steam out.
Well, that's interesting because you can look at it both ways. If you have to do that, that might mean there's a character flaw in there, but it also might be that they're good at hiding some of that underneath trouble.
And they'll get you.
Like we keep calm on the outside. Even though inside there's some stuff going on. We're like, oh my God, how am I going to handle this?
Maybe.
All right. So to me, what's the most consistent fry?
Most consistent?
Yeah. Like you want consistency. What's the most durable fry? The most adaptable fry?
What can be used in the most dishes?
Yeah.
Kevin Joyce is talking about a place that had poutine with waffle fries, which sounds amazing.
I almost think the crinkle fry.
Again, some surface area.
The crinkle fry.
You know what, though? A bad crinkle fry is a bad fry. There's got to be a little crispness to them.
So when I'm looking at the list, the one that I immediately first veto is the shoestring or the matchstick.
Me too.
Like it's too, not that being petite or whatever, but can it do the work?
One shoestring fry or matchstick fry.
It's not going to get you anywhere.
It's not getting you anywhere. If you eat those things one at a time, I don't know what's wrong with you. You got to grab a whole handful, right? There are some fries that are very good solo. And then there's some fries that work really well with others. But you can't be an athletic trainer that has to always rely on the others.
Well, what's the most adaptable one?
I kind of like the waffle fry.
How is it adaptable?
Because
it's in. I mean, you could make poutine out of any of these.
Of course you could, because poutine is just so tasty. But what I'm thinking about with the waffle fry,
nachos,
is that a waffle fry stands alone. Just eating a good old waffle fry, Chick-fil-A, wherever you're at, Pretty darn tasty. Sometimes you get that one with a little bit of the skin on the backside, and it's, oof, I like it. But also great for dunking. I think when you
Can
go
hold
into
up. It can hold a lot.
can hold a lot.
It holds up to like, you can't overdunk it.
You can't.
You really can't overdunk a.
You totally can't. I really like the waffle fry.
can you
the
put-
waffle fries climbing my list.
Can you put too much ketchup, ranch, nacho cheese sauce, whatever your flavor sauce is or seasoning, can you put too much on it? No, it holds up.
It holds up. I think it's great. I think
I-
some fries are going to get too soggy.
Steak fries, I love them, but they're just the same thing over and over and over and over. There's no
It's a
change.
good
There's
word.
no.
A great vessel.
I think crinkle fries are low key maybe an underrated athletic trainer.
Okay. All right. I think they're an underrated fry at times.
Yeah.
Isn't Culver's has crinkle fries?
Kyle says steak fries are boring. I don't disagree. I like eating them, but they have to be seasoned.
Oh, for sure.
They're kind of vanilla. It's probably
Yeah.
a modality-based athletic trainer that hasn't really learned.
Waffle fry brings in like the excitement that it's a waffle, and so therefore it tastes better even if it doesn't have seasoning on it. It's just a mind over matter thing. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
How do you make a waffle? Or how do you make... Seriously, how do you make one?
I don't know, man.
Like, you have to put some effort into it. You have to
It's
have a
true.
little background.
The process of getting to be a waffle fry is very similar to learning how to be an athletic trainer, I bet.
I think just the whole... What's won me about the waffle fry right now, and it's not my favorite fry to eat by any stretch, but
Mhm.
like the whole, it stands up to the element, like the dipping.
Yeah.
Like it holds up.
What do you think happens to all the the holes of the waffle fries? They become tater tots? It's a real question.
Oh, see,
If
now
anybody
Riley's
knows.
going... I mean, you think about Culver's, and they're pretty good.
That's a crinkle fry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But does it make a good athletic trainer? I keep going back to what I like to eat, but it's what makes the best athletic trainer. Best under pressure, most adaptable. The waffle fry has won me over.
Nice.
Do you have a second in case we need a second for the fat? Like
Curly fry.
I don't know if I dig the curly fry. Maybe it's my bias about I don't eat a ton of curly fries, but like... So you think they have a lot of surface area? They're unique. I will say they're the most unique.
They're unique. Variety. They surprise you. All of a sudden, you know
However-
what? they can hang out together or they can be alone.
Oh, that's kind of a good point. It's like monkeys in a barrel.
Monkeys in a barrel, baby.
Um,
Like, you're going into your friends and like, hey, I'm just going to take one. But all of a sudden, 4 of them come out. Oh, those are all mine. Ow. Or your significant other stealing that. Did you see what Kyle said?
no.
All fries must be seasoned. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. I love that. Give me some Cajun seasoning all day long. Oh, man, I need some fries now.
Should we go get some?
Pick one.
Well, I mean, I'm going waffle fry as the
Okay.
best, so I'm good with that.
I'll put it up on a poll. Waffle fry.
All right. I'll just open a.
Yeah.
I'll put a 1, 2, 3. Well, should I cut these out? I can put a poll up. We haven't done that, so we need 4 of these. Which
Yeah.
fry would make the best athletic trainer?
Waffle, curly, wedges, steak. Am I forgetting one? That could be in there.
Here's the list. We need 4 out of those.
Waffle,
We'll
curly.
do this after the show. We can shut it down.
Yeah,
Um,
we can shut it down.
I'll put this poll up. It'll
Yep.
be fun. We'll come with the results next week. Programming note.
What? Why?
Next week, Wednesday, we will not be doing a live stream on Wednesday.
Where the heck are you going to be?
I'll be in Indy a day early. I'll be hanging out with
Yeah.
Kevin Joyce.
Heck yeah, you will.
You'll be coming down Thursday.
Correct.
We'll try probably to record a show down there, I assume.
Yeah, we're going to do something.
We'll do something. Maybe we'll get together, have a couple people come by, say hello.
Yeah, no
Get you guys
promises.
on.
If we end up not getting a good place for like Wi-Fi or something, we won't be able to do a live show, but maybe we'll still record something.
Yeah, we'll
kinda
record something.
Our live reactions to NATA, maybe after the first night,
I think that'd
after Friday night. I don't know,
think
something
that'd be
like that.
a great, like,
Yeah.
what are we seeing?
Oh,
real time.
Hey, number one, catch this before, because I'm going to see everybody next week. I went and paid for my registration for it, and it accidentally charged me the rate that if I signed up early.
Oh.
I shit you not. I got a call from the NATA today. Hey,
they screwed up.
So we screwed up and there was a computer glitch. So we're going to have to go ahead and charge you more money.
Appreciate that.
I literally was like, I understand that, you know, I didn't sign up early, but this is your error. And so really you're going to charge me more? Like you're going to charge me the full price? Like I came the day of or whatever. And she was like, well, okay, I can do half. And I said, okay, I'll see you there. Anyway, so thank you for listening, and thank you to Healthy Roster for coming on. Healthy Roster 2.0, go check it out at healthyroster.com, and then go down to Indy for Christ's sake and go check it live with Dan, Sean, the whole freaking team at Healthy Roster is going to be down there. And you know where you're going to find us, and it's definitely going to be in that booth at some point. So go check it out, healthyroster.com. Thanks to all of our other sponsors, Smart Tools Plus. You can get your Candid 10 discount. Then we can go to Human Kinetics to get some more CEUs. The promo code is Candid CEU. R-Bar. Get 30% off with Candid Bar at R-Bar. And then Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus, become a member, get yourself some discounts. I just got a stupid, thing in the mail about another company, and there's way more than Athletic Trainer Insurance Plus. So, no, thank you. Thanks for everybody listening. We will not be live here in this location at this time next week, but we'll do something.
Yeah, there's some really good comments in the live stream. We're gonna walk around the expo hall, and maybe we'll do some live filming, like get some reactions from people, maybe the Pokemon or medicine game kind of thing.
Yeah,
we're gonna be like
we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah,
right.
That's what we do.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna have thumbs on our heads and on our shirts, and you know what? We can't wait to see all of you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.